Alliance have this game, and they have to make sure they make it count.
Well, they have the game, but Complexity and Lu, well, they've got Sheila, and we'll have to see if that's going to make any difference in these final moments. The walls are going to go down just to give them a bit of temporary cover. And Boogie Boarders might be in for a little bit of a surprise here.
How does one Boogie around Sheila? That's my biggest question, and perhaps it's not going to end well for them, as the last remaining player from Boogie Boarders is eliminated. So now you've got the up and down, you've got Complexity just below WMNDY, and they've got to drop eventually, but still, it's just Alliance watching on here.
Yeah, this should be a free game for Alliance, you would imagine. Like you say, the two teams, they've got to engage first. WMD, they have to drop from that building. Complexity will be underneath them. Both teams will engage. They will do damage, but it's about how Alliance move in and clean this up. Monsoon is left on his own. He will fall as well. 2 squads remaining, but surely Bonnet and Shark cannot win the 2v3 versus the powerhouse from EMEA that is Alliance.
Alliance get on it day one, game one, here at Split 1 playoffs. And the rebrand has worked out for them as they get to celebrate. What a moment it is for them to start off with. We've seen it before. We've seen Alliance start off hot in these tournaments. A little bit of deployable cover available for some players. You've got the Newcastle available to NORTHEPTION, so that is going to be a big factor here.
Well, one thing they don't have is a gen or that castle wall, although they do because they had an OXL and they popped. So now they have the castle wall and they can walk forward and play that cover. Brilliant use of utility from NORTHEPTION, making sure they kept those in reserve, those OXLs, to make sure when it matters they had that cover available.
Here comes the Wonton Dumplings though, and how's your aim? How is going to be that ability to take this 3v3 as they push through, but now this is going to open things up to WMNDY.
They should just be able to move in and clean this one up, and that's exactly what they will do. WMNDY. It's tough to say, but they made that game look easy. It's the 3v3. Hey, we like to build it here in the ALGS, right? Straight 3v3, headsets on. The advantage with the height has to go to Fnatic, but Leica's gone down! It's Natsuki who gets the kill! Natsuki will fall as well, Amphi looking to move in now to clean up the damage. It would be a monster win here for 07 if they could do it. With the hip fire, it's gonna be enough! And 07 will close out game 3 on Storm Point.
Reign of Terror, what a surprise package.
And meanwhile, while these squads are fighting outside the circle, Boogie Boarders are just looking at all this action. Legend Gaming slides in, huge arc coming in from K. WMNDY get eliminated, our last 2 squads between Boogie Boarders and Legends.
Wow, it's pretty much an Apex South affair here in the top 3 with Boogie Boarders, who had that fantastic position here right from the start. They choose when to engage. Will that be the right decision?
That would have been such a great advantage. Somebody gets the second one, getting the 140. The follow-up from the Massive from Strafing Flame gets the knock onto Boogie Boarders. The number advantage here for Legends Gaming as K falls incredibly low. And Legends Gaming, they take game number 4.
Legends Gaming, they have been the most active team in this final circle, and they're right in the thick of it. Look at this, EA finally swing on them. They were playing quite passively up until now, and they try and hide behind the smoke, but is that enough? BR Demons go down, elevate back up into the north. Have Legends Gaming actually lived through that?
Actually crazy. The KP presenting itself to EA on a silver platter after they fought to play off this side of the circle after they beat 07. Now Legends Gaming with 2 alive. Can't look for the full reset. They get the last solo of FURIA. They go down. Our last 2 spots between Legends Gaming and Elevate. Can Legends go back to back?
Oh, I mean, it'd be a 2v3. This would need to be an effect-level performance here to win this one out. Elevate have bided their time. They've whittled them down to 1 now, and it shouldn't be long for
Elevate! They were waiting patiently around the rock. They get the last 07 come in and sweep up that final kill from the Rat exiting out of Trials. Complexity now trying to fight for their lives, trying to get into cover, but they are in the line of sight of both Alliance and 07 who are trying to engage on Complexity with Alliance behind them.
Oh my god, 07, full send. They're playing for second here, essentially. Alliance have had the Southern Zone lockdown for the longest time, and 07, they recognize that. Do they come out on top? Yes, but you can see the resignation on Naski's face.
Congratulations to Alliance with a 2-time win. They take the first game and they gotta sandwich this group by taking the last game. Your victors for game number 6. No surprise here, just another day at work.
Note the rock that they've already got priority over when compared to Crazy Raccoon, who with Wonton don't have the ability to really take space in the same way. Wonton can control it once you have it, but she's very bad at actually being aggressive. These arc stars that they're throwing is the last-ditch effort of Crazy Raccoon to get some sort of safety. They play the rock that Red Rams had. They find the first knock.
And they're just looking for more. I love that He already had the pylon ready to throw it down, but takes too much damage. But despite Red Rams having all the space, Crazy Raccoon swarms in and takes map 1.
And with the nades, with the timing, Crazy Raccoon pull off something that should have been a whole lot harder.
We have so much space investing. The rolling thunder, we see Pricey fall 0, still making use of the Kraber.
Cloud9 have to know they're likely dead. They're waiting for Virtus.pro to fall, and now that we've hit top 3, it's C9 who are on blues, who have very little to work with. Remember, DZ have plenty of nades for the sole choke that C9 have to go through. They're pushing through it now. Will DZ actually punish this through the smoke? Cloud9 can't see the squad in front of them.
And we have 15 seconds to that next scan. But that Nox gas, that slowing effect, is one of the most detrimental regions for it. Cloud9 has fallen. Zero does grab a couple of knocks, falls in the meantime, and this is Serenity's time to drop down from high ground, and they take map number 2.
That was so cool from Serenity. I mean, it was exciting to watch play out on the low ground. I did not expect Serenity to be the ones.
We have 4 squads remaining. Liquid, Alienwares, Yanya, the solo, Virtus.pro looks to be on the right side. Now, this is where Aurora is going to try
Lifeline
and
is
find.
down first.
That is always going to be a tough spot, right? But 9 Impulse does have potentially a smoke, but they're focusing on healing themselves up, maybe waiting for those to lock in behind the supply crate. But Yanya is going to be able to poke and prod, put damage on it, but then you've got the squad on the north, Reject, who just has lines of sight galore.
Reject, they know what's going on. There are drops on both sides. Aurora have to go for the reset. Ignore Reject. And I cannot believe they get this res off. Reject have taken so long to actually take space. And with Zhangzhou now on the side, they're going to have to create a team fight out of nowhere. Aurora have reset.
Yeah, but Reject's the same squad at map number 2 that leaves their building to take an engagement. But Obli opens it up, throws it down, cleans up Aurora in a blink of an eye. They do it in map 3.
Underestimating Reject. To quote Ogle himself, you will regret. A lot of vision has now been taken up by Disguise. They can't really see much. The scan's going to help 88, but here is the Wraith that we were speaking about earlier as well, and the ability to be able to just move into a different position. I was worried about where Disguise were. The ability to relocate this successfully just allows them to take slightly different angles and get extra goodies here from the death box.
Seal's got extra shield core here as well on the floor, designed for, so even if he takes damage and overextends, he can swap that quickly and get back, and that's exactly what he's trying to do. Allow an enemy to try and pick off some shots. 132! But it isn't enough to get that knock, but Designful's gone down to the ring! All of a sudden, Designful, who was trying to make the play on the ring, gets taken down. Disguise will fall as we're down to 2, and OMiT move in.
Suddenly, OMiT and the ability to get their third player back up is absolutely everything for them. Through the portal to celebrate, it's like showing off at this point. And somehow, some way, OMiT, who were just a 2, still pull it off and take match number 4.
From Grandma's house to the victory screen, they can call themselves champions here in game number 4. Crazy Raccoon now, outside the market, looking to make their mark on this lobby.
DarkZero get the chance to reset, but LG has one remaining player. Is now Crazy Raccoon doing a lot of damage at the moment. The gas, the Nox grenade is doing plenty of damage as well. You can see Jen Burton just got knocked by Sweet, who's the last remaining player of LG, by the way.
LG and Sweet is doing crazy stuff right now, by the way. I don't know how he's still alive, and he is, and he might go down in the next few seconds, but he was causing so much carnage in that lobby. LG will fall. Tomyong Kong might be the next team to go down as well. Zinky, the last man standing for them, he will fall. As 2 squads now remain.
What a hold from DarkZero, but I'm afraid it's probably going to be too late because Crazy Raccoon can surround them now, and they should be able to just pick apart DarkZero because they can just watch this doorway.
But this is DarkZero we're talking about, and it's not that easy. DarkZero gonna knock themselves, but it's not enough. Crazy Raccoon
From game 1 to game 5, Crazy Raccoon make it 2 wins in this series to really propel themselves up that leaderboard.
At some point, you have to drop. And when you drop, your gun isn't up, and the teams who are on the low ground can take advantage.
One's already fallen as well. It's going to be O'Rain who's able to get the initial one. Now we're going to see Beast of the Hunt activated as MDYY say, well, we might have to send it, but Aurora say, no, we'll send it for you.
Aurora do not need to be asked twice, but are they going to look back at this as a mistake? The answer, we're going to have to wait and see. Another team is going to try and join. It's OMiT who now go up onto the hyper. Luka will go down. Light goes down as well, and Blast is now on its own, and somehow it looks like Aurora's still alive here.
Somehow still alive, as now it's just fists are swinging, and OMiT get eliminated. Now it's Aurora, but it's 2R1C, the healthiest team, and all they have to do, realistically, is find this last player on Aurora. It should just be a waiting game.
Well, TR1C are going to do it for you, but it's Hardeki. It's still Hardeki, and for as good as he is, with all due respect, you have the feeling that even Hardeki knows, wait a minute, or he's saying, right boys, it's up to me.
Well, ladies and gents, here we go. This could be an I was there moment.
What have you got for us, Hardeki? Not enough. 2R1C for win. Game number 6. But an incredible effort from Aurora in those final moments. But it's the 2 European teams who give us that moment in the end. And how that is going to change things down on those final standings.
Yeah, most importantly for Aurora, it puts them right at the top of that leaderboard.
Alliance brains being as huge as they are, moving the Trident forward to give them even more space to work with here by the Rock Mass, getting into that circle while DarkZero still fight for their lives, taking care of complexity.
Zero popping the scan in to try and work out if they've got time to get Sykes back up. They do, just in time, but Moist is right on top of them. They've got them into a corner, and it looks like How is going to team up to take out DarkZero. Moist now, they've run through a gauntlet to get here, and they've got 7 kills to their name, but that's nothing, not even a half the amount of kills Alliance have picked up in this game.
And they need it though. Not Moist needed an opportunity like this. Our last 3 squads, How, Alliance, and Not Moist left, while Alliance take up to the high ground of this building. Huge bang ult here. No shield on the other side of Not Moist. Sliding down, all the RP for Alliance as they take the first game of the series between groups A and D.
Are we in here?
No.
I'm not big heals. I'm not big heals.
We have to find this. We have to find this.
What?
In front of me. Dead.
I'm walking forward.
Get inside.
Here. On me. Look, bang dead. 60 here.
Get the kill. No.
Unlucky.
Ah, it was a tough beat there from Virtus.pro. Pricey has been coming into his own as an IGL this split, but it was an impossible situation to navigate. Now, KINOTROPE versus Heroez.
And Heroez is a duo in this rotate here too. Trying to stay alive from all these nades, but KINOTROPE, one still having blue Evo, lingering behind before they slide in, and they take game number 2. Patience pays off, Genome, for KINOTROPE. They had pinched DarkZero. KN win for the fans in the crowd.
Yeah, Tyler and Kinda trying to get the bats off, but you know that they're done for soon. But Sykes holding onto the gas grenade here, that's extremely important. Obviously, Na'Vi, they're going to be shoved out soon. Do they get pushed off before DarkZero get pushed off this roof, though?
I think it's going to be lethal depending on how they rotate through these ults. Drops down the Nox, covering his back. They know that team has still been inside that building. Trying to maybe focus on the team that's right across from them instead. Tricky situation to be in here as Pricey takes the first shot. Sharky is going to be able to get the knock onto Tyler. Going to be able to follow up with Kaida. Not being a lot of trouble. 3 spots left, but DarkZero pressured with the ring right behind them. They got to get this follow-up.
How is Na'Vi still alive?
Are you kidding me? Virtus.pro! Gonna be gonna clean up the rest of this lobby. Getting out of the building for free and taking care of those last 2 squads and taking game number 3.
During that listen-in, we did see a lot about what they're planning to do. Not Moist has fallen, and the collapse of moving from the coveted building is happening. Oxygen and Esports on the train track, trying to close in the mobile respawn for a semblance of cover, and Vayne is trying to withstand every every bit of the rest of this lobby. But for VP, one of the lone standing squad merged from the building, have been relegated towards a duo. Sharky just trying to stabilize, but NTC is poking and prodding at them, but they're still able to make it happen. And DarkZero holding all the space, all the patience in the world, take the map.
I'm giving that a golf clap of a finish. DZ controlled high ground, and really, Chip, that's what won them the game. Oxygen ended up having to fight for their low ground position, not a game-winning one. The same thing happens with Virtus.pro and WMNDY.
Being on the low ground here is not ideal.
If I'm SSG, I'm bang-ulting Virtus and I'm sending KINOTROPE because you've got to find kills or they unfortunately will find you. KINOTROPE are already looking for Skynates that would be disastrous for SSG. A lot of damage gets dealt to them. Tappy does go down. SSG picks up a kill and KINOTROPE are out, leaving this in the hands of one or two squads. Finally, SSG get a little bit of ammo and take the fight up against Virtus.pro. Two of them still on blues.
But it wasn't done in quick enough time. VP understood the assignment, immediately pushed on Pricey, grabs that opening knock onto Zainu and turns it into a 3v2. The trade comes in though. Pricey knocks another one. Pricey cleans up and Sharky yet again. VP 1 map 3 and they'll take map number 5.
Real nice resupply that they were able to hit, dipping into the zone, making sure that they were the team, even with lower shields. More resources in the end game fight. That's the real difference maker for Virtus.pro. Wonton Dumpling move up right next to SSG. This is completely ignored by DZ and RIDDLE, even as Peak God goes incredibly low. Wonton Dumpling need to make the push onto SSG. A Pathfinder's in right into their faces, closes a lot of the gap, and with the deletion of the caustic trap right at them, Wonton Dumpling have some space to play.
But climbing up on top of this is going to put you in the LOS of RIDDLE, and as we go through, we're peeking through the window, and they will be annihilated.
RIDDLE are sending this?
Well, you know what? They just want to send someone, okay? Then they've chosen that fight breaking out through there is they will maximize their KP. SSG has fallen, and now DarkZero full sending upon the remnants of RIDDLE.
It's a nice win from DarkZero. And ultimately, one that they got to watch because much like Game 4, this was a win of third parties for them. These are not, in this particular case, stylish plays from DarkZero, but they are demonstrating a mastery of the Battle Royale of the Apex Legends format. They know the win condition more than anything is to go back to stop RIDDLE. That's a proud Papa I see in the stands.
We love Papa Jen here. Let me just see it. We love it. You got to get him on the broadcast. A happy family supporting their son out here for Ryan. But shout out to DarkZero. Zero and Genbird, man, they have won with so many iterations of this